Okay, so your first strumming lesson. We're going to try with a pick, but when you get your first, well, it's good to have a collection of picks, but when you have your first strumming lesson, it'll be good to have a pick which is soft, so you can bend it, okay? Because you don't want a really hard pick for strumming, because then it doesn't give when you're playing all the strings. Okay, hard picks are more for solo acts. Okay, so you got your kind of soft pick. Let's go into the C position, C major position. Okay, and when you're strumming, the important thing is, well, one of the important things is to have one of your left foot marking the rhythm, the pace. Okay, so for every bar or measure, you want to be pacing 4 times, so 4 beats per measure, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And basically, before we start strumming, we're gonna basically follow the beats that you mark with that you set with your foot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now this may seem a bit boring, but you need to understand this before you can move into other strum patterns. Okay, so basically what we're going to be doing is what we call a downstroke 4 times. We'll do it a little slower. And then we're going to be incorporating an upstroke wherever you want, but I typically do it in the beginning after the second downstroke. So keep doing it for 3 hours until you get it right. And then when you get one chord done, you can move to another chord, you know. Question there, Rich?
I was going to say, does the pick fall out of your hand initially a lot, or does it move?
It can fall out of your hand.
How do you hold it?
Okay, well, there's no orthodox way of holding a pick, but most people, when they rest it on their index finger, right? So that the triangle, the point of the triangle is sort of pointing parallel to your index finger, and then the thumb is kind of perpendicular to that, you see? So that's kind of, so that when you're strumming, can you see that with the camera from here? Your thumb is actually parallel to the strings, and your pick is perpendicular to the strings. And your index finger is basically an extension of the pick. See your index, you see that? The pick is an extension of your index finger. It's like a nail coming out of your index finger, and the thumb is just used to hold it down. And you're not holding it you're not like, holding it down with all your strength. It's just a light, to find that balance. And then you're using not only your wrist, you're using part of your arm here. And again, there's no orthodox way. Some of the best guitarists in the world have developed their own style because they found something that was comfortable and interesting for them. But for starters, I think this is good to go with, okay? So, going back to our strumming, just keep it up for hours until you feel comfortable, or for days. We learned a oldies chord progression before. You can practice with that, for example. Okay, and if you want, you can just do away with the pick altogether. Okay, and just use your thumb. Your thumb, or a combination of your thumb with the upstroke and your index and middle finger for the downstroke. So, something like this. There it is, your first strumming lesson.